Hi everyone, you can hear me clearly, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me share my screen. Everyone seeing my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Rachata, Vichitwongkun. Today I'm going to talk about the impact of Facebook advertising mechanism on user attitude. Okay, so we can't deny that Facebook playing an important role in our daily life. We use it to keep in touch with our friends, right? And it is a crucial tools, marketing tools to spread your brand awareness and promote your production or services. And aim of my paper is to investigate user attitude toward marketing mechanism of Facebook. Is there feel like any privacy invasion or their security concern? So the result that shows that user attitude is divided into two groups: is positive and negative attitude toward Facebook marketing mechanism. The positive attitude is like it helps user to compare the quality and price of the product, which is like the mechanism can find the product that meets the user interest. On the other hand, the negative attitude, of course, the privacy invasion and their security, their personal information might leak out, which is the suggestion of the research toward Facebook mechanism is repetitive. Some of my respondents state that they already bought some Facebook product, but it keeps showing and it make those users irritating. So they should like delete that ads if any user bought it on Facebook. For the next part is brief information. The first one that is, according to the research, I learned that there is an algorithm and online behavioral advertising, or OBA. There's two types of tracking mechanism. I will explain it later. And the next one, due to the algorithm and online behavioral advertising, it increased the user privacy concern that their information might get invaded by Facebook, which could affect like every internet, social media activities. It might decrease the user activity on that social media if there is if any user concerned about their privacy like so much. And OBA and algorithm can be concerned as a privacy invasion because it's tracked almost every activity on and offline. Okay, next part is introduction into my research. The information that Facebook used to collect user information, there is like a lot of methods such as like texting, verbal communication, of course, or even ads that you guys click on the social media also being the data that they collected, which of course those data is used for promote brand awareness or product or services that they're gonna shoot ads to you, which gonna pop up on your new feed. Next one is definition of OBA, or online behavioral advertising. It is referred to a practice that based on internet user browsing across multiple websites. Next is how they collect the data using algorithm. Now it's quite confused, OBA and algorithm. OBA is, as I said earlier, activity that across the website, your behavior on the internet. But in other hand, algorithm, there is 4 main information collecting method that they use is verbal communication, texting, location information, and search history. For verbal communication, there are several news and reports reveal that Facebook eavesdrop on the conversation of the user. And I believe that everyone feels like they've been tracked by talking to friends or family. There is even a meme on it, like I just talk about a pen and then somehow someday the pen ads shoot on my new feed. And next one is texting. Facebook Messenger is other option for advertiser to promote their product. The ads will appear in the personal chat box of each user. Here is how they shoot ads on your texting application of Facebook. And next one, location information is quite crucial data that for advertiser to shoot the ads. To knowing the exact location information could be very harmful to user as well. There might be some stalker that's stalking, like want to know where you are and go there, which I can say that very harmful. And the next one is search history. Of course, user cannot turn off the search history, and it shows like pretty clearly how user interested in anything. Next part is positive and negative and neutral attitude toward the mechanism. For positive attitude, of course, it enhances the Facebook features to meet the user interest, and Facebook ad can be an incentive for the user to buy a product, but it needs to be what they're interested in. It also helps customer user to compare the price and quality of product as well. And next one is negative attitude. There's collecting data of user will, of course, make user feel uncomfortable and feel like their privacy have been invaded. Of course, those data is collected without any permission from the user. But for a neutral attitude, we can't deny that people are relying on social media so much nowadays. For which attitude that they have, but they don't have much choice. They have to use Facebook to keep in touch with their friends, keep up with the current situation, something like that. And this is a conceptual framework of my research paper. As you can see, the upper part is online behavior advertising, and lower one is tracking algorithm. Both of this method, I'm going to call it advertising mechanism, which impact on user attitude. It can be good, bad, or like they don't feel a thing. Next one is how I collected the information from the respondents. I use a qualitative method, which is one-on-one interview, to gain the quality information, because this is a paper that study on attitude, which I need the respondent to answer it pretty clearly. And next part is sampling. I pick on the Facebook user that is 18 to 34 years old, because according to the research, this age gap is like those who have used Facebook the most, and there is like the most account open within this age. And next part is interview question. My interview question separate info sections. First is demographic. Second is Facebook user experience. Third one, understanding toward Facebook algorithm. And the fourth one, attitude toward Facebook algorithm. And I'm gonna analyze it in thematics analysis to separate them in theme and discuss chapter by chapter. The result of this paper, the first part, a lot of people use Facebook as a tool to follow news, communicate with their friends, and it is the most popular for like more than a decade. And it is a pretty like crucial marketing tool, as I mentioned before. Of course, some respondent has replied that they also use Facebook for like entertainment station, something like that. The next part, job opportunities. Facebook have like many functions and features to make the user meet up with new friends or new group of people that have the same interest, which lead to like gain more brand awareness for their pages, or some freelancer, according to my respondents, some freelancer have found this opportunity to spread their brand awareness to new client, which they can share their experience, their products. And third part is online advertising on Facebook. A good number of respondents replied that they had purchased product from Facebook, which means online advertisement can increase sales at some point. And because large number respondents admit that they have used Facebook a lot, that's why I said that like online advertisement can gain more sales. The third part is there any of my respondent aware of social off tracking mechanism. The first part is OBA. One of my respondents stated that whenever he or she finished searching for any kind of products on the internet, there will be ads of the same kind of product. I believe that most of us face the same situation. Second part is Facebook tracking algorithm. They reply that some of them like don't know much about this kind of tracking algorithm, but they know that what they search on internet has to be tracked for sure. Next part is the attitude toward Facebook tracking algorithm. The positive one, Facebook advertising also affect people's decision for sure. And it even might drive user interest to meet their product as well at some point. Next part, Facebook is considered as another option for them to seek the product and services that they wanted. And it even like help user to compare the price and quality of product as well. The next part is negative attitude. Of course, as some of user feel harm or uncomfortable with this kind of algorithm or mechanism that might rise the feeling of uncomfortable from the user toward the mechanism. And this one is advertising the illegal product. I don't know any of us like seen this kind of product before, but like at my experience, I seen once. I saw weed selling online. Like I know for sure that in Thailand there is illegal, but I don't know why they keep showing that product. And yeah, next part for sure, like large number of respondents mentioned that Facebook tracking algorithm makes them feel uncomfortable. According to the research paper, I found out that algorithm should not be showing advertisement of the same product that user have already purchased. It makes user feel irritating, something like that. Second one is Facebook should allow user to turn off any kind of tracking algorithm that they want, such as location, search history. For the conclusion, tracking mechanism affect both positive and negative attitude. In positive attitude, they're able to find service that actually meet their needs. Sorry. The second one is algorithm helps them to compare price and qualities of product. The third one, they can discover new brand and new product or services. On the other hand, the negative attitude, this group is seriously concerned about their privacy, and they feel uncomfortable use that Facebook collected and their information are not that Facebook collected and the information that they are not willing to share. For the adjustment recommendation, firstly, the algorithm should not be continue showing advertising of the same product that users have already purchased, like I said before. And I want it to allow users to turn off any kind of tracking algorithm that they wanted. And conclusion of the research question, the first one is, how well do Facebook users in Thailand realize Facebook online behavioral advertising and tracking algorithm? The answer is good number of them start questioning about their privacy, and of course questioning about Facebook activity that tracking them also. The second one, how do they feel about two forms of Facebook advertising and advertising mechanism? Answer is their positive and negative attitude toward Facebook. Some respondents rarely use Facebook because they feel uncomfortable using this app. The third one, do they feel that Facebook advertising mechanism invade their privacy? The results show that several respondents point out that sharing their information with third party without their permission is their priority concern. The fourth one, how do advertisement results from Facebook advertising match user interest? The positive point of view that was mentioned in this paper is the algorithm can benefit the user in terms of comparing price and qualities of product before purchasing. Next part, I would like to express my gratitude toward my advisor, Panpiti, for his dedication and encouragement and useful suggestion that made me complete this study successfully. And also goes to my respondent who gave me such an insight into their perspective. The information was the biggest part of my research. The insight brought many perspectives into my life, which I'm really thankful for. Finally, I would also like to thank my parents and friends who helped me a lot in finalizing this project within the limited time frame and for their support. And thank you for your guys' attention. Thanks so much.
Okay. Thank you, Rachata, for your presentation. Was this your dissertation? This research or your just the research project?
Sorry, can you repeat it one more time?
I mean that you presented at the end, right? About the contribution. I'm not quite sure that this is your thesis.
I'm sorry about that one. I thought I have to put it in like presentation. I'm sorry about that.
I think that you presented quite clear about your study in terms of you want to understand online behavior advertising, and then the process of algorithm. And then I think that the way that you conduct the research and then obtain the data is quite clear, which you got in terms of the results that the positive results I think that for quite sure that we got the relevant of the products that we try to find it. But on the other hand, in terms of the worried about the security or maybe uncomfortable with like people who follow us online all the time. I think that it's kind of a digital footprint that we got all the time. When we turn on the computer, I think that we cannot escape that kind of thing. And then a lot of people say that online is maybe private a little bit, but actually this study, I think that quite confirmed that it's not quite like that, right? Is when you turn on the devices, you have to make sure that your information is gonna be out there. I think that maybe from the company side, or maybe from the people who are professional in terms of stealing your information. And I think that so this study is quite clear on that. I'm not quite sure that we have any question from the audience. Are there any questions? Okay. Can I ask you one question? Because the time is quite limited, and then the next presenter is still waiting right now. You focus on the respondent 18 to 34, and then you said that this group of people is quite kind of like to use Facebook. But I think that maybe the other way around, that older people in Thailand right now using Facebook, and then this group of people turn into the Instagram or maybe Twitter because their parents use Facebook, so they don't want to use it. What do you think if you conducted the research in different group, maybe older than 34, you think that the results will be different?
It's gonna be definitely different, because I have asked one of my employees about this kind of research that I had. I just want to know from different age.
Mm-hmm.
They know nothing about this kind of algorithm.
Really? Oh.
And he's like 45 or 50, something like that, his age.
So you think that it might be different?
I think it's gonna be different.
Okay. Thank you so much, Rachata, for your contribution. Thank you.
Thank you so much.